GPO in its old versions was very different from what it is now. Currently we have this polished, super clean looking, probably the best looking GPO game on Roblox. But how did it look like when it was old? How did it look like? And in this video I'll show you guys exactly how GPO looks like, and I'll show you a bunch of videos and pictures from GPO at its infancy. So starting at around like this, maybe around 2020 was when of course GPO was actually popping, and it had its of course showcases and stuff like this. And these are images, as you can see on the screen, images and stuff like this from that time, December 2020, a while ago, 2 years ago from now. Not really, like a year ago, and it's closer to 2 years, but pretty much. But yeah, as you can see, the game as a whole was kind of it wasn't clean, and of course it resembles the GPO a little bit. As you can see, the characters and the hairs and stuff like this kind of does look like a bit. If you look at the islands and stuff, they are far too small, and if you look closely at a certain hut, that hut is very, very special, because that hut is still in the game. That's the hut that's at the mysterious tower, and there's where you can get the Rokushiki and stuff like this. All these fighting styles were mapped out around this time. I am actually not sure when the development for GPO started, probably 2019, maybe 2018, maybe even 2017. I can't really say for sure when it got started, this development, but all I know is that the most popular videos of the oldest videos are usually from December 2020, where IB main and a couple other YouTubers started posting showcases and sneak peeks during this time, December 2020. That's when I guess they were ready to show it to everybody. When the game was pretty hyped for a while, people were really hyped. I remember release date for GPO, people were waiting. They would say, I have to buy Robux so I can buy GPO, and it got so many people were stacked up in there, and they looked quite different, because at all these from December to the release of GPO, it looks very, very different. The UI has changed, the characters look slightly more polished, the graphics are a lot higher, etc. Stuff like this has, like, the entire thing got changed pretty much, which is a good thing, of course, because the prior versions, the older versions were kind of mid, they were kind of dookie, So my opinion is that the old versions, sure, they had certain benefits, like they already had their reviews, they had gear third, they had gear second, they had these, but they were not clean enough. And I guess for as a perfectionist, he doesn't want to leave things when it's decent. He wants to go things where he perfects them and releases them, which is why probably Gomu Gomu got released like after a long while, even though the Gomu Gomu was pretty much finished at update, before the game released actually. So of course the Gomu Gomu was all the other fruits. They were like Buddha is shown multiple times, yet it has been added to GPO yet, and it's probably because they want to actually make a Buddha where it's not just resizing your character to a giant and then making it golden and has some light on it. They want to actually make it like pretty different, where you actually have a model and you actually are a Buddha, like a Buddha statue, and not just the gigantic size, your character basically, which it was in the older versions. All I can really say is that this time was very, very interesting, and you can see that a bunch of dark fruits here have still not been released yet. I guess they're still polishing them and like trying to make them fit in current GPO, and trying to make them, of course, have the right stats, hit the right hitboxes, models, effects, all these video effects and stuff like this, which is interesting and everything. And I really like to look back at how GPO looked like, and just look and think, But really, that's all I really gotta say, guys. And check out my video on all the unreleased data fruits that have been posted by the developers. Peace out, guys.